Hello? Alright, cool. Alright, so I'm here at the Ocean Monument, and I've just been working on clearing it out and draining it for pretty much the whole day. So as you can see, I've been dropping stacks of sand. I tried the TNT trick and it did work out really nice, so I think I might use that in the future. Um, of course, I think I'm going to need a lot more sand though. I have all this sand in here as well as some back in the chests at the main base, but I don't think that's going to be enough. So, and I've also been just along the way killing some guardians just so I can make some prismarine stuff for to power the conduit. So yeah, so pretty much this whole stream I'm just going to be dropping sand into this ocean monument thing. And I've got on my good armor this time because these guardians are no joke. And of course the Elder Guardian is giving me mining fatigue. So that's why I have some blocks like out of place. And that guy's gonna hit me. That's why I have some blocks out of place because I can never break them because of the mining fatigue. I did bring a couple of buckets of milk with me, but I drank all of those. Like this. Aim. Uh, aim 3 down and just hold down the click. Okay. Oh, maybe I have to take off my shield. Okay, yeah. That's a lot faster. This is the only problem, is when they kind of aggro to me and I have to take a step back. Other than that though, it's pretty smooth sailing. What about you? You been good? I am gonna take a quick rest to sleep off the night here. Yeah. Jobs can be, tricky sometimes. Sometimes you might not get people that you want to work with, or maybe the job is something you like, but the pay is not so great. But it sounds like you got a pretty good thing going, so that's pretty good. Oh, shoot. Didn't mean to fall in. Did you hear that the next update, it's supposed to be 1.15. It's rumored to be like a huge cave update. Like they're gonna kind of change the way how caves generate and stuff like that. Hold on, let me see what you said. Main jobs, making jewelry. Oh, that's cool. Making jewelry. Oh, that's crazy. Damn, that's a really good job. I haven't met many jewelry people. Did you always have a interest in jewelry making, or was it just like a well-paying job that you just happened to find yourself in and it was just good? Because I know sometimes it can be difficult to find like a job that matches with your interests or something like that. So it's pretty cool when you can get a job that's like, it fits your interest. It's something you actually want to do. And if it pays good money, that's even better. Self-employed and self-taught. Oh, you taught yourself? Did you, was it something like you had to read a lot of books on or watch a lot of videos on? Or is that something you just learned from trial and error? Yeah. For me, I've always been a little bit interested in like rocks and stuff like that, but I don't think I could do jewelry making or things like that. I think that would probably be too difficult for me. But I suppose if I was super interested in it, probably like to the extent that you were, I could probably, if you're that interested, then you'll do anything to learn. You'll watch tutorial videos, you'll go to classes and things like that. So, in your opinion, what's the coolest piece you've ever made? Sorry, I didn't mean for this to come out as like an interview. I'm just trying to make conversation here because I know dropping stacks of sand isn't the most interesting thing to watch. Trial and error mostly. You learn from others. I teach fire help. Oh, that's cool. So if you're working with metals and stuff like that, do you have to kind of have a knowledge of like maybe chemistry or physics to know how those metals are acting on like a molecular level if you're heating them up to like a melting point or something like that? Top three are in England. Yeah, the eagle and the dragon ring sound like insanely cool. Fordite? Hmm. Mm. I've never heard of Fordite, but then again, I don't have an extensive knowledge of that stuff. Oh, wow. Yeah, I just googled it. That's insane. That's really cool. Oh, really? That's interesting. So, do you like take the old car paint and you just like paint layers upon layers until you get it, or is it like paint runoff from the factories that just like pile up over the years? Whoa, that's expensive. Piles up over the years. That's crazy expensive. Is it because it's like, I don't know, paint, like the stuff in the paint is not used by the, like, why is it so expensive for just, I guess, old factory paint? Is it because there's like a limited supply of it or something? Um, well, Fortnite is hard to get because, oh, okay. That's a little like interesting history I didn't know about. So for your farm job, is that like a kind of like a side project thing? Is it just like tending to the crops, or do you actually work with animals? Yeah, the diamond rings, yeah. Well, because speaking of that diamond rings looking worthless thing, I don't know if you have heard this, but the CEO of the biggest like diamond supplier of the world said a couple years back that the value of diamonds are basically worthless because there are a ton of them in this world. It's just that these diamond companies are artificially like withholding the supply to drive the price up to make them seem like a luxury product. I don't know how that guy hit me through the sand. They're all aggroing to me now. Really? Hmm. Yeah, I think diamonds being used like as jewelry and things like that is kind of either a Western idea or maybe just an American idea. Because if you look at kind of in the Eastern Hemisphere, um, or at least Eastern Hemisphere in like the olden days, in the BCs or whatever. A lot of the jewelry was like gold, topaz, stuff like that, ruby, emerald, stuff like that. And then for whatever reason, it's shifted to diamonds, and uh, I feel like some of it has to do with the fact that diamond has like a good story, that it's like under all this pressure, it's carbon under all this pressure, and it turns into this beautiful gem that's can't be like cut or whatever. Whereas like I don't know how topaz is made, I don't know how emerald is made, so that's at least what I think is like a part of it. But is there a reason opal is so popular in Japan? Is that just like a kind of like how diamond is popular in America? It just is that way? Back then it wasn't all that. The main thing was turquoise lapis fire agate. Oh, okay. Yeah, like I said, I really, uh, oh, yeah, I don't know much about my, um, jewel forging or history of, or not history, but the process in which certain gemstones are made. I'm not too good with that. Hmm. Oh, yeah. I get that idea. There are some days where I could definitely see the perks of having like a lazy job where you don't do that much, but you get paid for, let's say, like sitting in an office and just dealing with a couple of clients a day. There's definitely an appeal to that for me. but I also understand the idea of like working hard for a full day so that you can feel like you accomplished something. Because I know there are days where like I'm super lazy, I don't do anything, and then at the end of the day, I kind of feel like gluttonous about it. I guess I'm like, oh, I really wasn't productive at all today. But yeah, I see where you're coming from. Hmm. Yeah. Most of the time, you do hear about people saying, or maybe even if they don't say it, for some people, cash is the goal ultimately. So it's kind of refreshing to hear somebody say, oh, cash wasn't the ultimate goal for me. There's other goals I had in mind. But yeah, I agree with you. To each their own. Whatever brings you happiness. Um, as long as you're making enough money to support the type of lifestyle you want to live, I think you've made an achievement right there. And I think the other thing to keep in mind is that it's also important to find a job that fulfills you, whether that be, it's in a career field that you like, or maybe you're working with people that you like. But I think a job that is fulfilling and satisfying to a person may be more important than a job that just pays a whole lot of money. But again, that depends on the type of person you are. If you're a person who wants to have a lot of money, then maybe you will take a less fulfilling job if it pays more, or vice versa if you are not that type of person. It all depends, I think. Yeah, that's actually really true. But I think I agree with the statement that each person is looking for a purpose, but I think each person defines that purpose differently for themselves because people have different goals in life. They want to see themselves achieve different things. So they might think that, uh, like, if you just take one person, person A, they might have a different definition for themselves and what they want to be than a person called person B, for example. But I agree with you that if a person um, defines their purpose as to find a soulmate or whatever, and they want to see themselves in that position with a soulmate, then it can be very easy for them to fall into a relationship that maybe is not right for them, but they think it is because they're wearing these. I don't know. They're seeing it from the perspective of this definition of their purpose. Alright, I got to go back to the main base to get some more sand, and I'm gonna get this prismarine as well. Oh, I have mining haste. I can't even pick up that stuff. Damn. Here, how long do I have it for? 2 minutes? Alright. Here, let me see what you said, because I didn't get a chance to read it at the time. Yeah, and I mean, if that's how you see yourself ideally as being the guy behind stage who is basically kind of the lifeblood of the program, you know, without you, the operation can't run or whatever. If that's how you want to be, you know, like how you're doing jewelry making, right, and teaching kids how to do jewelry making. You know, without you, those kids otherwise wouldn't be able to do that, or without you being a helping hand on the farm, those people who own the farms wouldn't be able to do that. And so if that's what you want to be and that's what you define yourself as, then you've achieved that. You've made an accomplishment, you know. But there are also other people who like to be on center stage, like you said, uh, you know. So all kinds of different people in this world who have all kinds of different goals. Ultimately, I think is the message there. Different types of purposes. Everybody wants to do different things, and I think that's fine. Also, there's another ocean monument over there, which I'm planning on doing something with. Probably just a guardian farm. There are like 12 ocean monuments in this world that I found so far. It's pretty insane. that's an interesting comment about the shattering, like the things you create to show people that it has no value. I mean, that's a pretty good way of showing them that. Or I guess it's the most visceral and poignant way to show it because some people wouldn't understand that concept any other way. Alright, I've been going for a good 45 minutes now, so I think I'm gonna head off. Let me just read. Um, Don't ever forget it, sure. Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you there. And it has been like just over 45 minutes though, and I think I'm gonna head off for the night, so I appreciate you sticking around and just chilling and chatting. Um, Wish you the best of luck at your farm job tomorrow. Uh, Hope you leave it feeling fulfilled and like you had a hard day at work. Yeah, the next stream will probably be tomorrow, but yeah, see you, man.